This is 2PlayerCoOp. I'm Damo, this is Dan. We've taken a little bit of a hiatus after Game of Thrones is finished, but we are back with a gaming episode. Dan, what have we got in line today?
We've got a few big games to talk about, so let's talk about The Witcher 3, which we've been promising to talk about for a while.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the new Batman Arkham Knight, which isn't that new anymore.
You've been hammering that.
Right. And let's take it old school. We've been talking a little bit about this off camera.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about it on camera.
A little bit of a dilemma, a little bit of a moral dilemma.
What will we do? Maybe this conversation will help us.
Yeah. So we're going to be talking a little bit about World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
And Dan and I are both recovering World of Warcraft players from a long time ago, and that topic has raised its ugly head again.
But let's save the old World of Warcraft for the end, because we could go down a wormhole for that one.
Yep.
So it has been a while, and I think it took us a long time to recover from the death of Jon Snow.
Yeah, right. So big shock at the end of
this is the first time I can be on camera
season 5
without breaking down.
I know.
Yeah.
All that therapy that we've been to.
Exactly.
So yeah, look.
Witcher. Let's talk about Witcher.
Let's get straight into The Witcher.
Exactly. So you've been playing it?
Yeah. Look, I played Witcher 1 when it first came out. And I didn't ever actually finish it, but I kind of like. I like the concept, I like the idea, and the game graphics at the time. So when I saw Witcher 3, I had no intention of getting into it,
right?
Because I was hanging out for Battlefront. But it's a long wait.
Yeah.
So I casually got into The Witcher. I thought, this could be good, and got sucked in. Got absolutely sucked into the.
How many hours reckon you put in that bad?
I actually, I'd love to see if they record that somewhere and do a little look up the stats. But I'll put some heavy time into it. I've kind of got to that point where I've gathered all my friends and we're about to go do the if you or spoil it if you haven't played it, you're interested. There's a part where you go and defend Kaer Morhen, your home base.
Right.
So I've been kind of putting off going and doing that because I wanted to tidy up a few side quests.
Yeah, right.
So I've gathered all my mates and got them off to Kaer Morhen. And at the moment I'm working on my Gwent deck, my card deck, and killing off a few side quests. Gwent.
Because so I've heard that the main story is about 100 hours long. Like I've only just started playing The Witcher myself, but I've kind of been sidetracked by other things going on, and I've kind of just been thinking to myself, I want to play this, but I want to commit to it because I feel like it's a game. You don't cheat on a game like The Witcher 3. Like you immerse yourself.
It's a really, really good story. The transition between cutscenes and in-game engine, it's all the same. It's really fantastic graphics. I like the fight mechanics are really good. There's nothing too clunky. There is one thing I would say is a little bit clunky, and I'm a PC gamer. This game has clearly been made for console controls. Right. And so sometimes when you're trying to turn around in a tight space, or you're kind of like in a cramped area, or just general controls of The Witcher, the character in The Witcher, it's a bit clunky on the mouse and keyboard.
Right. What have been your big sort of milestones, or like, wow, I can't believe it's some sort of moment so far?
Yeah, look, I think probably the big wow moments. Look, wow. We'll leave that one. Yeah, see what's happening. I really like a lot of the sort of the what are they called? Sort of the big beast boss mode fights. Right. Where you get a sort of a trophy, like killing a griffin or killing a cockatrice. Right. You get to pick up trophies and they give you a little boost in that. Those are always good battles. I think going on the hunt for the Witcher gear, like there's different schools of Witcher gear, Griffin or Wolf, the feline one, the bear school, and you can go on some pretty epic little dungeon hunts for that gear, and those fights are always really intense and really cool. The storyline's amazing, like going into the city of Novigrad, and the detail and the sheer size of it, it's really impressive. Riding out of Novigrad and off to the country estates to win a racehorse. Like this land is really well put together. It's a huge sand pit. You can fast travel from different region to different region. Excuse me. But the detail going into building this landscape is amazing. Nice. Really blown my head.
Yeah, awesome. And so I see the graphics on The Witcher 3 are obviously amazing. I saw something funny the other day actually of they're talking about the hair mechanics on The Witcher, because the hair normally looks weird in games, pops around it, and The Witcher it's all wispy and blowing like natural hair. And I saw this funny thing that they were talking about the new Hitman game. The bald head saying, look at the hair mechanics in our game.
Yeah, there's a setting, I think it's called something like single strand hair mechanics or something like that.
Right.
And you can turn it on, it renders every single strand in the witches, in the hair of the characters. So you can turn it on if you've got a high level build, or I guess I'm not sure if it has it on console, but if you've got a high level build of your PC, turn it on, pump the graphics up. I've got a 970 and it doesn't blink at all. Yeah, so it's really really cool graphics.
I guess so. The other thing with The Witcher is I see that you've been documenting your love making quest.
My sexual conquest.
Yes.
Yeah, so there are a couple of love options in The Witcher. And the thing I really like about the love options in The Witcher, as opposed to like games like Mass Effect or other RPGs, is that they're not going to hold off until 90% of the way through the game before giving you
just
that
before the final mission.
Yeah. So they evolve naturally. They feel part of the normal storyline. You can be a bit of a hussy if you want to. Geralt, can if he follows the right quest path and all the prerequisites, he can be a bit of a hoe. And remembering that everything that you do has a reaction and consequence. I'm hoping that when we get to the final part of the game, that I haven't screwed things up with Yennefer, because she's my babe.
Right.
But I have slept with a few people so far. So, and the really cool thing around the love interest for the game in game. With Keira Metz and with Triss Merigold, is they're customised and they're different and they're unique for each character. The thing you find, there is also a third or a fourth option, or a couple of other options, in the brothels in town in Novigrad. And what they've done, so you can, if you've missed out on Keira Metz, or you've missed out on the quest prereqs to sleep with these characters. Because it's not about just sleeping with them and getting a bit of flesh and all that. It's about a building of a relationship. Then you can go and see what it looks like by going to these brothels. You pay $20, and you're in, right? But all they've done there is it's kind of like the cheap version. So they've just reskinned the same three girls in the same three cutscenes across the different brothels. So once you've had your fill,
that sounds like you've done some research on this.
Yeah, maybe I'm talking about this way too much, right?
I do like your point though about the, like say Mass Effect is a good example where, you're like, okay, this is the character I'm going to go for, like for the love interest in this thing. And then like if you talk to one other character and show some attraction and like try and flirt with them, you'll then go back to the person that you are trying to sort of seal the deal with, and they'll be like, no.
Yeah, that's right.
No, you were flirting with
blah, blah, blah. Really early on from Mass Effect 2, I think it is, you have to pick who you're going to hit up, because the influence thing is such that you have to build up, take every opportunity to build up that influence to be able to score them, so to speak, and you don't get the chance to explore the other love interests, and that's all good. But no judging. But if you do want to sort of be a worldly man or woman and experience the different interests, then they've staggered the love interests throughout the storyline. So if they don't conflict with each other so far.
What's funny about the whole love interest thing, like it's going back to Mass Effect for a second, is
Mass Effect was a good game. I really like that.
It was great game. So you decide whether you're going to be a good person or a bad person throughout the game, but like when it comes to your love interest, you just say whatever they want to hear, like much like real life. Like it doesn't matter whether you're a good guy or a bad guy. You just say the things which are going to like align with their values.
And you've usually got like an IGN love interest guide sort of open on your second screen or on your phone, like, oh, what do I say here? What do I say?
Yeah, nice. And so do you think you'll finish The Witcher 3?
I will. So as I said, I've sort of halted or paused the storyline while I'm running around the like the lower level areas, the starting areas, building up my Gwent deck, taking on a couple of side quests.
Don't leave home without the Gwent deck.
No, don't leave home without the Gwent deck. And finding bandit camps and killing them, finding hidden treasure and scoring that. So I do want to be sort of, I don't know. I suspect I can go back and do that afterwards, but like most games, that doesn't.
So that kind of locks you out. Or
yeah. So, but I've got to the point where I'm ready to pull the trigger on the next level of the next phase of the story.
Awesome, man. That sounds really good.
Yeah, it's really good. Like, if you haven't got The Witcher 3, check it out, man. Yeah. It's a really, really good game. Great graphics, and you know, I think the combat mechanics are really good too. So, you know, you got your heavy hits, you got your lighter, faster strikes. Horse combat.
Oh, right.
Horse combat's great.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You know, you get a bonus to damage, and I think you get a bonus to decapitate when you're on your horse.
Yeah.
And every horse he rides, Geralt rides, is called Roach. When you're on Roach, and you can slow time down by holding on to the strike button, and you can line up the bloody the monster or the bandit, and
I like that.
Great, really good fun.
I love those sort of great combat moments like that where they slow it down.
Yeah.
Like, you can like clean someone in half or something.
Oh, and just like the finishing moves, like when you're killing a bunch of bandits or thieves or soldiers or whatever, and you're like spamming away on the light strikes or the heavy strikes, and they slow down time, and he's like, there goes an arm, bang, there goes a leg, there goes his head. Like, it's great finishing moves.
Gold. I like it. Oh, Witcher 3 sounds good, so definitely check it out.
Yeah, check it out.
Are you going to post any more videos of The Witcher?
Yeah, so the first two love interests are up on The Witcher. So that's Keira Metz, the witch that you encounter very early on in the game. Triss Merigold, who is a well-known fan favourite from right back to the start of The Witcher franchise. She's sort of halfway through. And there's two experiences with Yennefer of Venberg, that I've yet to post. So keep an eye out and check out the videos for Keira Metz and for Triss Merigold, and I'll post that Yennefer experience pretty soon. Cool. Spoiler alert: it involves a stuffed unicorn. Just like real life. Yeah.
Nice.
What about you? You've been hitting Batman. You said before on the old console.
So I've been hitting the Batman Arkham Knight on Xbox One. And so this is the third game in the Batman series. There's four, but one of them was made by another company. So they're basically the third game in the Rocksteady series. And what I really enjoy about Batman games is they make you feel like Batman.
Right.
So you just instantly feel like a real badass. Like, it's real easy to string together combos. Like, there's complicated button combinations if you want to learn them, but you can just jump in the middle of a crowd of bad guys, smash the X button, and you're just taking down people non-stop. You clear a room of like 20 guys, no problem.
And so if you want to learn those bigger, high level moves, you can put some effort into doing it.
Oh, definitely. And there's actually a mode in Batman where you can actually go through and have different challenges and stuff, and actually just spend time mastering different takedowns and different moves. But so the great thing I really like about the Arkham Knight so far is I'm only about 25%, 26% into the overall story. As you've got your main story, you can choose to focus on other sort of side quests if you want to, if you don't want to progress the main story too far, or you just want to sort of mix it up. They've also brought in the Batmobile in this version, which is, I think maybe there's a little bit too much Batmobile because there's a bit of driving around the city and Grand Theft Auto styles, you have to smash into everything, and like some challenges and puzzles and stuff that require the Batmobile to you need to drive it up a wall and load some power into a computer or something like that, or whatever. Either way, it's just a really fun sort of action adventure, a little bit of sort of puzzle mode type stuff. I was just on this quest before where you're inside a blimp and you've got to hack into this blimp. You've got this little your back computer, and when you're walking around the blimp, you hack into the controls and you need to tilt the blimp left and right to move some stuff out of your way.
Cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So what's the storyline? Is it just sort of open world, or is it you're following a story?
So you are following a story. So this is sort of so it's the third one. So it's been a bit of a long time coming story. So spoilers, but so the Joker is dead. He died a little bit early. Well, he's dead at this point in the game. But it's sort of the game starts and it's this is the night that Batman died. And it's sort of telling the story of it.
Wow, cool.
And so the Joker appears in the game, but more like a just how messed up Batman's mind is, and he's sort of constantly talking to Batman. And you would just wander around and help him out with stuff.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's really awesome.
But the main sort of premise so far is that Scarecrow is going to release this toxin over Gotham City.
Right.
And so you're basically trying to hunt down what's happening, trying to stop that happening. There's been some appearances by Nightwing already, which is
Rob. Yeah, that's Robin. Yeah.
There's also another guy called the Red Hood. What's the Red Hood? So this guy basically was Jason. He was like another Robin back in the day. But there's all sorts of dark stuff going on. Like it's got Oracle in there. So Oracle is Barbara Gordon, so Commissioner Gordon's daughter, who's actually Batgirl.
What?
Yeah. So you know Batgirl?
Yeah.
So Batgirl she gets shot like a long time ago, like in the comics, and she also there's a flashback to it in the game. She gets shot in the spine by Joker, and basically gets paralysed. Full on, right? And so
intense.
So she's in a wheelchair, so she's basically Oracle now. She operates all the computers and stuff, and like Batman works with her. She gets kidnapped. There's like I'm hunting around town for her. All sorts of stuff's going on. There's other villains popping in and out, like the Penguin's in there, Poison Ivy's in there. People are escaping out of.
Sounds epic.
People are escaping out of like Arkham Penitentiary, Arkham Asylum. Like it's really good. It's really good fun. Like even on like I think they actually put out the PC version, but then they pulled it back because there's too many bugs or something.
Oh right, yeah.
So that's why we're playing it on console. But really fun game.
And how many hours do you think you put into it?
Probably only about 20 so far. I've sort of been playing like a few hours every sort of weekend. But it's been quite good. Like normally with those sorts of games, like I go to pick them up and I'm like, oh fuck, am I going to remember all the buttons?
Yeah.
Like, because there's so many different things, like back controls and batarangs and explosive gels and stuff. But it's really easy just to pick up and play and get back into. Really fun.
Great.
Highly recommend it.
That sounds awesome.
I'm definitely going to finish it. It's really good.
All right. Well, we good if we can get an update when you finish the game and see how it turned out.
Definitely. Stay tuned for more on that.
So where would you put that in terms of your recent gaming experience?
So probably the main things I'm playing right now are Battlefield 4. And a bit of Arkham Knight. So what I do like about being a bit of console gaming is it's literally go sit on the couch, blob out, dog sits on your lap, you play the Xbox or PlayStation, whatever it is, and then you just kind of like it's kind of just lazy play. Whereas like when I go to the PC, I look it's business time.
It is, absolutely. Because we're catching up. We're on the Steam chat.
Exactly.
Well,
you're like if you're in the Battlefield, you're bringing your A game to it. Whereas I feel like with console, it's a bit more. Particularly with a game like Batman, you're not playing multiplayer, so it's much more. You're playing as much. Just
you're watching when you're on Battlefield. You're watching those leaderboards, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god! I'm having a terrible game. I'm 5-9. Or look at you. You're 23-14. Like whatever. Doing well.
Exactly. But yes, it's well up there as one of my probably favourite games I've played this year. That's been on the console. But still, huge Battlefield fan. And I think, probably the main thing that's just going to trump all of this is going to be a new Star Wars game.
Look, there's been a bit of footage released recently of the fighter, the squadron mode. Yeah.
Dogfight mode.
Have you had a look at that?
I have. It looks pretty. Have you looked at it?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, it's intense. It looks awesome.
Because there's not going to be space battles, but I'm not worried because this
I don't care.
is perfect.
I don't care.
And what about, have you seen the video when the Millennium Falcon just comes in and just
Yeah. And there's some classic lines, like the voice acting, there's some classic lines from the movies, and you're all clear, kid. And,
it's going to be more and more content and footage is sort of coming out about the game all the time.
Yeah.
And it's so exciting to know that game's coming out in just a couple of months.
I know, right? And that's. I think I said to you I wasn't going to be. I said earlier on I wasn't going to be playing Witcher or picking up any new games, and then I was kind of like, oh, November's such a long way, and so I'm glad I got into Witcher, and I'm still got hitting Battlefield. But I tell you what, Battlefront is for me most highly anticipated for 2015.
Definitely.
Star Wars Battlefront, man. It's a classic. I
know it's not going to be the same mechanics as Battlefield, but if it has even just half of those, I'm going to be hooked in for such a long time, and I hope it's got the longevity to it that some of these other games
and some of the modes, if you look at some of the commentary or the interviews around the different modes that they're delivering, these big strategic sort of walker assault type modes on Hoth, and then you go down into sort of like a death match on Hoth still, but it's a different version. It's a bit different. The maps are all scaled for very certain types of modes, and the squadron footage that we saw, clearly different types of objectives. So the one that I saw was around the Imperial transport was taken off, and so the Imperial guys had to protect it. The rebels had to go and intercept it. And I'm sure that there's going to be heaps of different modes. I can't wait to get into it.
I just saw some footage the other day actually of Darth Vader walking through a base with some indoor rebels sort of walking up to him, and basically he just like force chokes like both of them and just slams them into the wall. Like
awesome.
Darth Vader, so boss mode.
Oh yeah. Just going back to some of that earlier footage when they're on Endor and the two rebel guys are like bang, there's the shield and the walk, the AT-ATs or whatever it is, ATST or whatever it is, walking behind and they jetpack out of the shield, RPG it, back it down.
Epic.
Fucking awesome.
And honestly, it feels like a game of this level feels like it should be like 2 years away, not like. That's what makes me a little bit worried on this stuff, but I'm sure it's going to be good.
Yeah, well, so this is the only thing right now that can trip me up is the conversation that we were talking about earlier. Do we want to talk about that now, or we got something else to?
No, let's just get into it.
Let's do it.
This game came out in 2004. These guys have been waiting forever for us to talk about.
Yeah.
Is it 2004?
Long time. So World of Warcraft.
So this guy sends me a text message and says, "I need some advice.
I need some solid friend advice. I need a good guy to give me some hard hitting advice."
He's like, "I'm thinking about playing World of Warcraft," and I'm like, I've been thinking about playing World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
And now we're in a spiral of should we play World of Warcraft?
So first of all, every World of Warcraft gamer knows that your pedigree is important. So what's your World of Warcraft pedigree?
My pedigree? Like,
how far back?
Right. What's my?
Oh, you're just a Lich King baby.
Yeah.
You're just a noob. These Lich King babies came in and they don't know what it's like to grind out, levels and.
I'm that guy. So I started vanilla, and I pretty much raided all the way up until Lich King, and then basically kind of thought enough was enough.
Yeah.
And I've gone back a few times, but I've never gone back into raiding purely because I remember like getting to the end of weekends back in my raiding days. And being like, Jesus, I'm going to go to work tomorrow. I haven't left looking at my computer screen all weekend apart from like the shower and sleep.
Yeah. Look,
actually, the shower optional.
Absolutely. So my pedigree is similar. So I came out in I started the first expat. So I missed all the 40 mans. My you alright, buddy? Yeah. It's a hard life.
It is a hard life.
My first raid was Karazhan. So that was so I came out in that first expat. I can't remember what the expect was called now.
Burning Crusade.
Burning Crusade, yeah, that was it. And then raided all the way through to Mr. Pandaria. And I think the reason I stopped was because, I got to the point where I'd been playing my Holy Pally for literally 4 or 5 years.
Oh, yeah.
And I was kind of like, I'm getting a bit bored of healing and I've got a cold. And I switched to Boomy because I had a resto, sort of an alt character, an alt druid. I switched to Boomy because my guild thought maybe a Boomy would be good to have, and it just didn't work out, and I kind of got a bit bored. It's like 16 hours a week. That's a part-time job. And I thought, we had my son on the way, or we were planning on having children at some point, so I thought, better stop, and get into something else. And then, I haven't played for like 2 or 3 years. Or whenever. So when did I get out? Ragnaros. No, Mr. Pandaria. So, I cleared all the heroic stuff and that current patch, or whatever it was, and just the last couple of weeks, people have been talking about it.
Look, there's another expansion coming out. Like, we know that we could get back into it from just let's do some arenas, let's do some PvP, let's do a few 5-man dungeons without being too committed, and then just see how we go. But we both just tried to log into accounts. There's a little bit of a hassle, with authenticated, all that sort of drama, but I feel like we've talked about it enough that I need it.
I want to, because then you start remembering, remember trade chat, all the trolling that used to go on trade chat, and then the economy stuff, so what trades are you going to pick up? Because, if you're a gem crafter, you can earn a fucking shitload of money, or if you're a miner, you can earn herbing. Mining and herbing, I think, were the two ones that I always
I don't even know that stuff anymore. I feel like I'll be going in.
Oh, you're going
literally fresh.
You might as well start fresh. We were talking also. I believe that there's a function where you can just sort of auto level to 100, and then do you want to do that, or would you rather grind? And relearn your class?
And even just running some of those you know those like level 15, level 20, level 30 dungeons
Yeah.
are a good way to learn your character. And it's like, what I worry about is just like hitting the auto button to get to like 90 or 100, whatever it is like half the thing of like leveling is learning what skills are good and a bit shit.
Yeah.
But I guess there's so many guides out there these days, so you don't actually need that. But is that part of the fun? Like that's what I don't know. Like, do I need that for it to be fun, or can I just am I happy just to like pick up and go?
Yeah, exactly. I think that the really cool thing is that grinding gives you a purpose. Grinding your levels out gives you a purpose, and you learn pretty quick what skills and you know, attacks you're going to deploy.
Yeah. I kind of don't like, but at the same time, like, do I have the stamina to farm like yetis at the top of like Alpha and and also like being a leather worker, scanning them as I go?
Right, I know, right? Like,
I remember back in the day having to like work so hard to buy my first mount, like it was just so hard to get.
And now they're 15 gold each. At bloody.
It was like 900 gold or something ridiculous, and yeah.
I think that's and then there's, for me there's a risk, like does anyone ever go a little bit into WoW? Like I've got a son and a daughter on the way. Do you know, like, is it possible for me to do a little bit of WoW? I mean, I could get straight back into it, invest all this time and money. Like it costs, you know, subscriptions cost. And
I think my favourite thing was when you just said to your wife, I'm thinking of that right WoW, and she's like, you don't have the time.
She's like, yeah, ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah.
She knows what WoW was like.
Yeah.
You know, it was literally you know, a part-time job, and then it started feeling like a job.
Yeah. Well, I think that's when I was raiding, like when it felt like I had to do pre-work during the week to get ready for raiding, have enough money to buy like elixirs and pots and stuff, and then like if you wanted to be raid ready, right? So if you weren't raid ready, you didn't get to raid. So and then like you, especially like we'd always working on new content, so that meant like a lot of wipes, a lot of frustrations, a lot of deaths.
Yeah.
Cost a lot of money in repairs. So then you're back on the grind to get all money back again to buy more pots, more elixirs, and then like, you know, the reward was high because you're like, I really want that chest piece, like.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the great thing, the best things about raiding were progression, right? When you had a really good team, like, and this is why I stayed on WoW for a long time, is the people, the relationships you made with your guild mates, and the you know, even like there's a guy in the guild who's a complete dick, but like you're all working towards the same objective, and so you know, when you hit that heroic mode boss, and you're like your guild sort of gets the screenshot in front of the dead corpse. Those are awesome days. You know?
I'm actually still like. The guild that I was in was a New Zealand based guild, had a few Australians and Americans in it as well. But like we, like the guys that ran it were from Dunedin, like some of them were students, some of them had jobs, and then like the main guy, the guild master, was actually like a IT professional, and he was just on WoW all day and doing his job, and it was like I used to think that guy's living the dream.
Yeah.
But anyway, like what I'm saying is, like I've actually like real life friends with lots of these people now as well. Like you know, Facebook friends, like you see them have the kids, like life has moved on, and I'm like, am I going back, or am I just like I just need to know.
I know. I think like maybe one strategy is that we just dip our toe in, is to just focus on PvP. So you could do a couple of battlegrounds. We'll do a little 2v2 arena team, and if we just focus on PvP, get our tokens up, get our gear up on PvP, troll a couple of noobs on trade chat, maybe that'll be enough to sort of just let us make a decision.
Is this how it works if you're an alcoholic? Like, are we just like, should we just have one drink at lunchtime and then just go back to work?
This is exactly what it feels like. That's why I texted you and said I need some good friend advice. Like, should I have this Jack Daniels and Coke?
You should have asked someone who was also not an addict. I'm really like cashing my chips. From all the meetings I've been through.
Yeah, well, there's a reason I asked you and not my wife, because she was like, freaking crazy? No.
Yeah. I think we're going to have to do it. Okay, so what are we going to do? Are we going to go Horde? We're going to go Alliance? We're going to go PvP server, obviously.
PvP, like, so you've never played a
I've never played PvP server.
Which I'm excited about, because the PvP, you know, the PvP servers are awesome, particularly when your guild's sort of congregating outside a raid, and there's some other, you know, if you're a Horde and there's an Alliance guild also doing the same raid at the same time, and you're like smashing them and stopping.
How does that work though? Like, is it just like if you see someone from the other faction, are you just like, I'm going to get you? Or is it everyone's just kind of playing it cool?
Look, it is exactly as you'd imagine. Sometimes you come across another player and they're from the opposite faction and they might slash wave and they're like, hi, and you're like, hey, how's it going? And you like wander past each other. Or you might just get completely ambushed from above. So you're like, I don't know, you're skinning that Yeti on top of Alterac and some fucking warlock descends on you and starts dotting you up and then, you know, like, it's
so
all
much
on.
stuff is coming back to me, like flying mounts, like I was saying about, like I forgot about trades altogether, like do we still have to learn cooking?
yes, cooking got massive. Cooking got really massive. You could deploy a cauldron, which people would like start taking shit out, like
the mage table.
No, cooking got massive. So yeah, like the whole PvP thing. But the best thing about PvP is when you're a rogue and you can like drop in on Stormwind and just sort of just sap people who are tagged up, or you know, try and you know, just again, it's just trolling people.
So what was your favourite class back in the day?
Oh look, my main was a Holy Pally, and I got really good at him, and I was pretty fucking epic on the heels. Well, not epic, but good. I was good.
And what was you know how there's always a class like, oh fuck, I wish I was good at that class. What was that class for you?
Like I always sort of thought like not resto, not boomy, attacking like a bear druid. Like tanking was always. I look at tanks and think
anyone who can tank is normally like a bit of respect for that person.
Yeah. And the other one was a mage, like any kind of or range, any kind of range DPS, like a mage or a warlock. I had leveled a couple, like a mage, and I've got like a twink warlock. The warlock's good. But the my second favourite has got to be like had like a rogue who got up to 90 and had like some pretty epic PvP gear, and so I used to. I remember actually in some of the earlier X packs, might have been Lich King. I was owning people on that rogue, and that was fun. That was good fun.
I remember like people back in the day like used to be like, oh, hunters are just like everyone was a muppet was a hunter. Right. But I remember like
huntards.
But there was a big difference between like a huntard and someone who knew, like I knew this guy, we both know this person actually, who was a hunter, and like they were always like top of the DPS, like fully knew their class, like really powerful like class combo if you can get it right.
Yeah, absolutely. And even with your arenas or with arenas, pairing up with the right person for your class. So a warlock and a resto druid were quite formidable, because they're range DPS and healing on the run and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of good memories.
I remember on those arenas actually like running into arena, like we had this tactic where I'd go like Shadow Priest and then my friend would be the hunter, and I'd sort of like as the shadow I'd run out into the open. And because like clothy people like but then like basically we just unleash, just like not focusing on the hunter, we just like shadow magic, blood debt. Okay, it sounds like we've talked ourselves into it.
So I reckon let's check it out. Actually, did you ever try and get your partner as well?
I have tried a few times to get her. So I got my ex-partner into WoW.
Right.
And we actually raided together and played quite a bit.
Get out.
So we'll talk about this off camera maybe. But we were hardcore, right? But so I've tried, like when I've dabbled back in, I've tried to talk to my partner into playing with me, but she doesn't like playing on the PC. Like, she thinks it's too clunky and too hard and too complicated, and she's always just too busy reading books, to be honest.
Doesn't really have time for that.
Doesn't really have time to commit to it, which is probably a good thing. Like, it's almost like, but the whole partner thing is funny. What about you?
I created a character for my partner, my wife, and I tried to teach her, because this is when I first got into World of Warcraft and I was raiding, and she was like, what are you doing? Like, what does this thing show me? And so I created her like a little human warlock, like female human warlock, with the boobs and all. And I was showing her the mechanics, and like, in the Stormwind, the early warlock sort of levels, there's like basement where you do a couple of things.
Yeah.
And there's a spiral staircase. She got stuck on a spiral staircase. I can't move. And then she got out to the middle of. She got out. Yeah, exactly. She got out to the Stormwind fountain, and she took all her clothes off, and she was just jumping up and down on the fountain, and she was just like not whispering people, but just going like /S, so it sort of pops up again so everyone can see it. She's like, "Hello, will you be my friend?" And some guy running past was like, "Shut up, slut."
So back in the day, like, you'd be like, there's no girls playing this game. Like, you'd always just be like, there's some weird old man behind this, like, character.
Yeah, exactly. She's just like, they're not very friendly. So here I am just dancing on top of a half naked, dancing on top of a Stormwind fountain. And I was like, "Hello, will you be my friend?" And some guy just, like, literally just walking past, "Shut up, slut."
There was a moment, like, me and my ex-partner were playing WoW and raiding. Like, they were like, it was just like a whole weekend, like, both of us, just like, not even like looking at each other, just like, on the computer.
Crazy. Like, World of Warcraft consumes people's life. This is why I think we're playing with snakes here. Like, we are dancing with the devil.
I'd like to think we're better than that now, because I can't imagine us getting that like as committed as we were. Like we just don't have the time. Like,
I know, right? Yeah.
Like, I think we'll dabble, and one or two things will happen. We'll be like, "Oh yeah, we've like scratched that itch."
Yep.
And we'll be done in a month. Like, before our subscription will come up again, and we'll be like, "I'm not paying that again." Or you won't see this channel ever again because it's gonna be goodbye. Because we'll be like so committed.
Oh, and the worst thing I'm worried about is that pre-ordered Star Wars Battlefront that my wife bought me for my birthday in May, and I've been like hanging on to the ticket until November. It'll just never get pulled out of the drawer. I'll just be like, I'll go and get Star Wars soon.
When I was playing WoW, I would buy like other games, and I'd just take them home. They just sit on the shelf, like, and I'm like, I can't do it. I should be doing some grinding.
Oh, fucking hell.
Okay.
Alright, let's
go do some research about it, and we'll probably be on
get
it.
access to the Battle.net accounts first.
Yeah, get that sorted, and then let's go.
I don't even know how much gold I've got. I think I gave all my gold to my nephew.
Yeah, if you know anything about this WoW business,
I think you can buy gold. I think WoW, like Battle.net started, or Blizzard started, like selling gold. I hear so many rumours.
Jesus. Alright. This has been an awesome episode.
Yeah.
Sorry it's been so long. We'll be back. We're going to try and do an episode every 2 weeks probably.
Yeah.
So we'll try and get this episode, well, by the time you see it, it'll be up. But logistics.
We'll get our shit together.
Yeah.
And we're we're still, remember, we are still hanging out for the ultimate endgame, which is the Force Awakens in December. Yes. So maybe next episode we can recap some of the stuff that
a lot of Star Wars stuff has been happening.
Yeah. Let's have a Star Wars episode next episode.
Also, just one final shout out before we go. George Dave, love your comments, love your tweets.
Yeah, bring it.
I've gone ultra puffy today, just for you.
Like so puffer vest level,
maximum level,
maximum puff. Yeah,
maximum puff. So yeah,
this is sort of, like up in the mountains type puff, right?
Look, when we operate in Studio A, it can get a bit chilly.
It can get a bit chilly. It is a bit chilly at the moment in Studio A.
Yeah. So yeah, maximum puff. So yes, George Dave. Good work.
Alright, so let's wrap it up.
Follow us on Twitter.
Yep.
2player_co-op.
2player_co_op.
That's
2PlayerCoOp. You're on. We haven't done this for a while. You can tell.
Right. I was going to say your one. So you're Dealer Brizzle.
I don't know what yours is.
I'm Daniel_Whiting.
Oh, there you go. Simple.
Easy.
And don't forget to subscribe. 2PlayerCoOp on YouTube. Subscribe. Drop a comment. Leave on our videos.
If you want anything you want us to talk about in future episodes, just leave it below. See you guys next time.
Thanks, guys.